French Library craft class. My name is Sandra, and today's craft is going to be a silhouette newspaper craft. It's where we're going to use newspaper to do our craft with. This is the image I've chose, and it's in newspaper. So let's get started with this craft. The material you'll need for this craft is you'll need a canvas, sponge brush, some scissors, the paint color of your choice, something to seal your image onto your canvas, and something to seal afterwards, after you get your picture on your canvas. This is what I'm going to use, clear acrylic paint to seal it in for the final step. You'll need some paper towels, and you'll need the image of your choice. Let's get started with this. First thing we need to do is paint our canvas. And I have chose black for my background. So you just take your sponge brush and just sweep your paint right across that canvas, getting the edges and the corners and the sides. Now, since we're using acrylic paint, it does not take acrylic paint very long to dry. So that's one good thing about acrylic paint, is that it looks nice and it doesn't take very long for it to dry. And once it dries, and if it's not to the shade of your liking, just put some more paint on it and paint over it again till you get it to the shade and the color of your choice. This is what mine look like so far. And a lot of people don't like the paint marks that's left behind when you're painting a canvas. But what I do is, once I go over it back and forth in that back and forth pattern, then I come back and try to take my paint sponge and kind of blot it, sort of have that matted look instead of that paintbrush from side to side swipe look. So now we're going, since we got our canvas painted, we're just gonna give it about 30 minutes to dry. It doesn't take that long. Sometimes I'll even put it in front of the fan, but for the most part, it doesn't take that long. And this is a very quick craft, long as you already got your image cut out, selected and cut out. And all you got to do is go online and just choose the image that you would like, and cut it out in the newspaper. Trace it out on the newspaper and then just cut it out. I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes to dry, and then we will come back and finish our project up. Okay, now that our canvas is dry, it is completely dry, it is ready for our image. So the first thing we're gonna do, if you already got your image cut out, this is what mine look like. Now that I got it cut out, I'm gonna Mod Podge my canvas, then put my picture down, and then Mod Podge my picture. And then I got to let that dry again. And it probably will take about an hour to maybe even 2 hours to dry, depending on how thick you put your Mod Podge on. So let's get that started. So I got some Mod Podge, and then I put some in my dish. So I'm just gonna Mod Podge my canvas. Now I'm going to position my image onto my surface. I'm going to try my best to put it in the center. And I am strictly guessing about what the center should be, but you can already have it measured out. And then you smooth your image down to make sure you do not have any air bubbles under there. And I got a squeegee, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. So I just smooth my image down on the surface. Now I'm going to put some Mod Podge over my image. I put my Mod Podge pretty thick. I put a pretty thick coat over the top of my canvas and over my image. So now I'm going to allow this to dry about an hour to 2 hours, and then we'll come back and we'll see what it looks like, see if it needs another coat of Mod Podge. And Mod Podge, it dries clear. So you don't have to worry about the white cloudiness, because it will dry clear, but you can see the brush marks in your Mod Podge. So what I do on my canvas to keep from seeing the back and forth marks, I try to dab it on, and it kind of have that matted look. Okay, for coat 1, this is what it looks like so far with coat 1, the first coat on there. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll come back and see if we want another coat over it. Okay, now we just got back from getting this sprayed with the acrylic spray paint, and this is what it looks like. This is what the finished product looked like. I hope you enjoy your painted canvas with newspaper, and have a great afternoon.